All right, so we're going to be talking about burnout. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about this because I was very, very close to being burnt out from work, from life, from everything. I remember around this time last year, I got that feeling. I was overwhelmed. I was burnt out. I was trying to keep up with so many things, prioritizing the wrong thing, and I didn't know how to stop. I didn't want to stop because I just wanted to get it done. But the more I felt like I wanted to get it done, the more something else was coming up, and it was just all piling up. And then my head was just scatter. And then everything was just crazy, lack of sleep, early mornings, late nights, long days. But I feel like now my days are even longer. But I also feel like now I have more of a burning desire to pursue my destiny more than I did last year. Last year, I just felt like I was doing it to do it because it was my first year in real estate. I had to do it. This year, I just have more of a goal to actually get it done, doing everything I say that I'm going to do and wanting to do it with excellence. So I feel like because I want to reach that, but at the same time, because I have so many things that I want to do, so many things that I should do, so many things that if, but, should, could, would, all of the above, to where it was around this time last year. But this time I'm more aware of it. So one thing about growing up, one thing about maturity is you have to be aware of how you think and why you think the way that you think. And so in my 20s, let me not say 20s, because my early 20s, I was not aware. Okay, I just felt like I was fine. I was good, handy. I was not. Okay, I needed a lot of self-work. And I didn't even know until, let's say, 22. So for the past 3 years, I've been focusing and working on reflecting on my thoughts, knowing how I feel, and asking myself, why do I feel this way at this moment? Or why did I feel this way 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was, okay? Reflecting has been just something that I've been working on a lot, and I love that for myself. Okay, so burnout, right? The thing about that is, or for me, if you're like me, then you like to do so many things, but at the same time you struggle with prioritizing. So I used to think that I was lazy because, to be honest, I just want to be the person. I just want to be the face of the camera. I don't want to do behind the scene work. I want things to be done for me. Give me a script, tell me what to do, but do the rest. I've come to terms with that. I used to be like, okay, I can do this. But the more I do it, the more I just want to be a soft girl. I just want to be a girl. Like, I just want to live the soft life. Let it be done for me, okay? Like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And the rest is yours. But I'm learning this business, this real estate business is really teaching me that it's not going to be all flowers and roses. And it has not been. I have been having to do a lot more work than I anticipated. And every time I think about my future, I know it's going to be beautiful. But at the same time, I'm like, there's so many things to know. And that just gives me anxiety. And then it causes me to deflect and not do the work. Let's say this. The anxiety comes from the thought of me actually succeeding, okay? And that anxiety now becomes bigger because, okay, what if I actually succeed? Great, but it's just, in the moment, it's just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, all these little things to get there. Because what they don't tell you is that the celebrities, the big people, the Steve Jobs, the CEOs, the entrepreneurs, it's what they did when nobody else was watching. So I've been trying to focus on doing that as well, sacrificing my social time, sacrificing my own me time, like watching Netflix, watching YouTube, watching movies, doing spontaneous things, because I'm a spontaneous babe and I love doing spontaneous things. But the lifestyle that I have right now does not allow me to be as spontaneous as I would like to be because of all the things that your girl wants and needs to get done. So when it comes to prioritizing, I struggle with that because I want to do this, and that. I struggle to realize, do the things that matter now. But one thing that has been helping me is checklists. So I think for the last year, I was really good with my checklist. Every day I had something to do, let's say 5 points, 10 points, I got it done. Sometimes I didn't always get it done, but I wrote it out. One thing I do now, and I know I need to do, because if I don't do it that second, it's going to go out the other ear, in one ear, out the other, because with all that's going in my mind, if I don't write that down, yeah, forget it. It's not coming to my mind again until another day or two. So that's been helping, and getting advice from people, and they've all been saying the same thing, but it's all about like me actually doing the work. So prioritizing has really been a help. So writing down my checklist. But one thing that I struggle with is, let's say I'm working on one of my priorities and then something comes up, like I have a showing or I have a potential client calls me and say, hey, like I got a referral from a friend saying that you can help me find accommodation. I'm like, yeah, sure, bet, let's go. Boom. I forget the thing that I'm doing in the moment and I make this new person or this new task a priority. And that's one thing I'm really, really working on, because one thing people have told me is to focus on the now, do the things you have to get done now. And one other thing that has helped me is setting out time for myself. Like one thing that really helped me when I had a goal of like finishing a book. So one thing that helped me was I made time before going to bed to read for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter how many pages I read, as long as I read for 5 minutes. And even though 5 minutes was really, really, really short and I could have made it at least 10, I was trying to establish and like build that habit so that I could actually work closer to finishing that book. And this year now, I want to do the same thing for another book because I have a ton of books that I want to read. And I want to make it now 10 minutes. And I have to now implement the same thing because I know it worked for me last year, so it's going to work for me again this year. And I've applied that same strategy into my life. So if it's a priority, or if it's not a priority, but if it's something that I want to do, let's say I'll set aside like 5 minutes just to start. When it comes to the whole anxiety thing, just thinking about doing the work gives me anxiety. So having to set aside like 5 minutes per task has really helped me. So 5 minutes to watch this video, 5 minutes to read this article, 5 minutes to study the market. Boom, it works for me. So one thing I've done is find things that have worked for me, and I'm still working on finding other things that continue to work for me, just so I can become the woman God has called me to become. Because baby, it's low-key hard out here. I just want to be, I don't know the song, but I just want to be chilling, traveling, doing things, trying new restaurants, trying new food, being spontaneous. But right now I'm in the ghetto and I've accepted that. So I'm working towards doing all these things so that I can actually succeed and not let the anxiety. Oh, I think I mentioned this in one of my past podcasts, but I'm really focusing on not allowing how I feel to affect me in the moment, but sticking to the plan. So remembering my goals, remembering my plans. And I was also able to write out my goals on paper. One thing I'm struggling to do is actually reading them every day, because the more I read them, the more I am closer to working towards them. So yeah, that's what I would have to say about burning out. If you are like me and you also have a problem, or you also struggle with burnout, or you feel burnt out right now, take a breather, take about 5 to 10 minutes to yourself, take a nap if you need to, 2-hour nap, watch your favorite video, whatever it is, just to reset. If you have to go to bed early, do that, and then start again tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's all I would have to say. Till next time, guys, let's keep building.